Life is actually so crazy when you think about it. We live in like the craziest times, but we don't even really realize this, you know? Like, let's just go down the list really quick, one by one. I've said this in multiple times in videos, but let's go through the entire list. Let's go through everything. Job market, cooked. Both the entry level job market and career job market. Entry level meaning shit that a high schooler can do, no experience required, and the career job market meaning like stuff that requires 3 to 5 years of experience, degrees, certifications, whatever, right? Both markets are cooked. So the job market is cooked. The housing market is cooked. Gen Z is never going to own a home, or at least vast majority of us are never going to own a home. BlackRock and Vanguard are buying up all the houses. They're basically price gouging. So not only is these two entities, BlackRock and Vanguard, buying up all the houses and basically price gouging, but also the boomers are holding all the wealth, and I guess in this case for the housing market, owning all the homes. So we're never going to own a home. Vast majority of us will never own a home. Say job market, housing market, economy is cooked. Everything is so expensive. I mean, it's funny. I mentioned the economy again because today, if you don't know, I worked 2 part-time jobs, had a shift today, and basically there was this one instance at work today where I was at the cashier, obviously taking people's like purchases and whatever, right? Whatever the cashier is supposed to do. And there was these like kids, a group of kids that came into the store and wanted to buy something, and they were like looking at the price and shit. And then when they came up to me, I scanned their like thing on the barcode or the item, sorry, that they wanted to purchase, and I scanned the barcode of the item they wanted to purchase, and it came out to about maybe all $19 and something cents, close to $20, about $20, let's say. And after I told them the price, I was like, because I have to tell them, every person, the price, your total would be this many dollars and this many cents, whatever, right? So after I told them your total is going to be 19, whatever the amount of cents it was, $19 and however many cents, they were like, ooh, damn, that shit expensive. And another kid was saying like, yo, like everything is so expensive nowadays. And that really kind of like, that really was a funny moment because it's like, you hear everyone talk about like how everything is expensive nowadays, but now the economy is so bad to the point like where kids are like realizing this shit. Like these kids that I'm talking about that came into my job today to at the retail store to buy something, these kids were like maybe 10, 11, 12 years old, something like that. Like these kids obviously have no concept of money or like whatever, like they have no concept of money, and they don't really know how much like work it takes just to earn like money and just in general. So I mean, not to say that that's a bad thing. I mean, they're kids, but I'm just pointing out the facts. And what surprised me about this, it gave me this realization that like if little kids like young as however many years old they were, they definitely didn't look like they were in high school for sure. So like these little kids basically were like saying how everything is so expensive, and that's how the economy is so bad, because we have little kids with basically no concept of like money or whatever. Like their parents probably just like send them money or whatever, I'm pretty sure. Like even these kids are telling me like everything's so expensive. And I mean, yeah, $20 is like not that expensive relative to the fact that money's infinite, it's infinitely printed, and in just the grand scheme of things, $20 purchase is not that much. But for whatever they bought, I forgot what they bought. I'm not gonna lie, they were low-key right. And that's just so crazy to me. Like we have like little kids now basically like pointing this fact out. That's how bad the economy's gotten. Anyway, so now that I've discussed job market, housing market, economy, just everything being hella expensive, I mean, the next thing I can say is like life's never been really the same since 2019, 2020. Like there was kind of like a line in the sand drawn in the years 2019 and 2020, like with the whole COVID pandemic and like everything going online. And just I talked about this in a previous video in detail, so you can go check that out. But basically, to sum it up, there was this, like, I guess like I like to call it, line in the sand that was drawn during sometime between 2019 and 2020, and like everything kind of just shifted, not just towards everything going online, but just like the air is different, the sun is different, like everything, like life doesn't feel the same anymore. Like it's hard to explain in words, but if you understand what I'm saying. You know, we have on the we have the internet now. It's I mean, it's been mainstream, but you know, social media, all that stuff. But with the social media thing, it's like you see the top 1% of people's lives in like every single like category. You know, the most attractive people, the most tallest people, the most good looking people, the richest people, the smartest people, the most accomplished people. Like they're all like, you see just those outliers as your main thing all on your internet, on your social media feeds, excuse me. And that's just like so overwhelming, because like you now it's like you feel like you're competing with the entire world, or like you feel like maybe not that, but at least like you feel behind like all the time. Like it's crazy, like it's actually insane. Next thing, I mean, there's like the whole, like, you know, the larper thing, you know, the larp epidemic, where if you don't know what LARP means and you still don't know what that means and you're living under a rock, basically that just means like when you LARP, you're basically pretending to be someone or something that you're really not. Like you're trying to put on an act, basically. Um, and it could be a good, it could being LARPing could be a good thing or a bad thing, or I guess maybe neutral too. But it doesn't only have to, like LARPing is usually seen as with a, like portrayed like with a negative connotation, but it could have both positive and negative. But the point is like with this whole LARP epidemic, you know, everyone's trying to LARP, and um, like with that, we have like like wannabe losers, like wannabe like LARP incels on the internet, you know. I'm not gonna name the names because I don't know, maybe I'm just too chronically online, but you could probably think of some, right? I mean, just on the top of your head, like a couple, two or three on the top of your head. Like what I mean by like LARPers, like people that on the internet that like try to act like losers, or like, you know, incels or losers, like they LARP as an incel or a loser, or like someone that has like a worse life, or they're trying to like relate to like the average person's like like experience, you know, all the doomer content, you know what I'm talking about, right? So we have that, we have like LARPers on the internet, like fake losers on the internet LARPing now on the internet. And so that's a whole another thing. Man, like it's actually crazy. Like we have people on the internet like LARPing or like pretending to be losers, and people like follow these people. Like it's like they're now like the mainstream norm now. This is like all these like wannabe losers are now like semi-famous now. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna name the names of these people, um but yeah, it's just like, that's just like, think about it, like just to really put into perspective, like we have wannabe losers on the internet now. That's basically how you, that's the most like simplest way to put it. um yeah, that's so crazy, bro. And it's like they try to like portray themselves as this, like, you know, they're trying to like pander to like the average person, or like like people that are like actually living harsh or tough lives, or aren't put in the same uh positions as these people who are trying to portray themselves as losers were. And you know, that's just crazy. Like, and people fall into these like traps as well. Like these people are actually have good lives, and they have good starting points, they have good upbringings and whatever, but like now we have just loser LARPers on the internet. So that's never going away. Gen Z is never going to retire. Pension funds and social security and retirement funds, all that shit is going away right now as we speak. I'm not lying when I say that. So Gen Z, when we get to like the boomers age, how old they are right now, about to die, like we're not going to be able to retire. We're just going to work until we die. So next, when you're thinking about, you know, choosing a life career path to go down, like a career path of some sort to go down, just know that that's probably what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life until you die, basically, because all that shit is going away. And the craziest part about all this, to kind of wrap it up, because my mind is going blank a little bit, I think I covered basically all the main points. And yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Crazy world we live in. Just to kind of wrap everything, wrap it all together. You know, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, political tensions, that shit is at an all-time high. We don't know what things are gonna look like in the next 5 to 10 years. AI is taking everyone's jobs slowly by slowly, all the industries one by one. Nothing is guaranteed anymore, whether you go down the traditional 9 to 5 path or the untraditional path or non-traditional path, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, things aren't looking good. I don't really have like a call to action per se, as you could probably already tell. I'm long pauses here, but yeah, there's I just say I all like I always say, just do what you can in the times we're living in. Shit's tough, bro. Like honestly, like I really just wanted to make this video because of that, the whatever happened at my work today. I mainly wanted to talk about that little story, not story, but like, you know, example of what happened at my work today. That really kind of puts things into perspective about all this. Yeah, bro. When kids are talking about like, bro, everything, oh, this is so expensive. Why is everything so expensive, bro? That's how you know it's over, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro, it's actually over.